storm.
Whoa, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La da da da, oh, oh, oh. La da da da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again.
Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. Happy Lucia Day, everyone. I thought that today I'd bring you along for my morning routine. It's not exciting by any means, but there is part of it that some of you have asked about. That's the part that's going to start now. Every morning I get up, I air out the bedroom, air out the duvets, I make my tea, I make my bed, and then I will sit down for 10 to 30 minutes, depending on the day, and do some contemplative crafting. And we did talk a bit about this during the knit-a-thon, but a couple of you asked if we could talk some more about it. And of course we can. I can talk forever about it. It combines two of my nearest and dearest subjects, meditation and crafting. In the Buddhist tradition, there is a long line of arts and craft practices that are used as part of one's practice. They're integrated into the spiritual practice because of the way that you approach these arts and crafts. I'm sure many of you have heard about calligraphy as a practice, or flower arrangement, the ikebana, or the tea ceremony. Those are all examples of arts and crafts that has been integrated into a Buddhist practice. And I thought, why not crafting? Why not knitting or crochet? And of course, they can be used as well. They are a tool for the meditation, but the meditation is also a tool for the craft. When you approach a task with all of your mind focused, this task is going to benefit from that. So what you do for a contemplative crafting, you can basically do it. What I do is that I focus on the work that I'm doing, which today is going to be some crochet. It has typically mainly been knitting, but here in December it's been crochet. I focus 100% on my crochet. Every time I notice my mind wandering, I bring it back to the crochet very gently, very softly, but I do bring it back every single time. I don't get upset with myself for having to bring the mind back. The mind will wander. It's the nature of the mind. It's the nature of the mind to think, just like it's the nature of the eye to see, the nature of the ear to hear. So there's no reason to get upset with your mind for doing what it's supposed to do. What you want to do for your contemplative session is trying to strengthen the mind and allow it to be on one subject for a longer stretch of time. And that can be quite challenging, especially in the beginning. You're like, no, I'm one of those people who can't do this. Trust me, everyone can do it. It is a practice. It's not a show, it's a practice. So what you want to do is just stay at it. And every time the mind wanders, you gently bring it back. What might happen is that you will become one with the task at hand. You will become the hook, the yarn, the stitches. There's no perceivable difference between you and what you do. And that is very liberating. And yeah, I like that. I like not having to be me all the time, because we do have this grand idea of me and who I am and what I'm supposed to do. Just taking a break, just being the task. It's nice. I thought I would bring you along today as I do my crafting contemplation, and I will put a timestamp because the next section is going to be somewhat boring unless you want to do it with me. If you want to do it with me, maybe you want to pause now, find something you want to work on, and then come back. There are a few practical things for this contemplative crafting. You want to sit well. You want to sit upright. You don't want to be slouched out on the couch. You want to show yourself. Actually, you want your body to express what you want your mind to do, to be alert, awake, and very focused and very calm. So you want to make your body show all those things. You want to sit upright for the aware and alert. You want to stay as still as you can for the calm. And you basically just want to sit in a way that is nice for your body, that won't harm you. Don't try to do some intricate lotus posture if you're not trained. You don't have to do that. Meditation is about the mind. Of course, the body will support the mind, but what is important is that you sit up straight, that your shoulders are relaxed. Don't go like this. And that your head is slightly tilted, so you want to tuck in your chin so your head is slightly tilted. That way your spine is stretched out. And then you actually just want to pick up your knitting or your crochet. You can choose a very complicated piece that will give the mind something to play with. You'll have to be really careful that the mind doesn't stray, but you can do it for sure. And there is something very engaging about a complicated craft. You can also choose something rather mindless, as we usually call it, and you can apply all of your mind to it. That is also a challenge because the mind will get bored. We are not used to doing just one thing. In our everyday lives, we often multitask. Maybe we even feel proud about it. We feel like we're efficient. The brain can't multitask. What the brain can do is jump from one task to the other at very quick intervals. The brain really thrives on focusing on one task. So instead of knitting and watching something, or knitting and chatting, or knitting and daydreaming, try to give your mind a break. Try to be only knitting, only crocheting, only spinning, whatever your craft is. If you do just that, that is when you invite the contemplative aspect into it. So be sure, again, check your posture, that you're sitting upright. You are sitting straight. You have your chin tucked in ever so slightly so that the tallest place on your body is the crown of your head, like this. You can even imagine a little string pulling you up from here, lengthening your spine, and then allow your body to relax around the spine. Just allow the body to drape itself naturally from the spine. And then you pick up your crafting and you only craft. Don't worry about how fast or how slow you're going. For now, it doesn't matter. For now, you just want to do what you're doing and just relax into that. Remember to bring your mind back. Every time it wanders, you gently bring it back. There's no need to get upset. The brain just does what the brain is meant to do. You want to train it so that it can relax into one single thought. Remember to check your posture from time to time. Always be mindful of your posture, because if you're slumping, you're telling the mind to become foggy and tired. If you are tensing your shoulders, you are telling your mind to become stressed and overactive. Whenever a thought pops into your mind, try to not engage. Try to just let it be. If you do not engage, it will dissolve, disappear on its own. you know yourself very well, which means that your overactive monkey mind knows exactly what kind of thoughts you cannot resist. For now, no matter how irresistibly important a thought seems, just let it rest. Let it rest for now. Promise yourself that you will deal with it later. But right now, you are doing something else. Now I invite you to put down your craft, to gently close your eyes and rub your hands together to create some warmth. Place your hands over your closed eyes. Gently open the eyes in the darkness and slowly spread your fingers to allow the light in. Rub your eyes and your face. Use the tips of your fingers to massage your skull. Your neck and your shoulders. Thank you for joining me. I am back in my kitchen corner, all showered and dressed. And I just remembered that I didn't show you my blanket this morning. And, well, there's nothing much to show. I did not attach any of the hexes yesterday. I don't know, I promised myself that I would attach the hexes as I was making them, but yeah, it didn't happen yesterday. Hopefully it will happen today because I did work up quite a few more hexes. This one is the yarn from yesterday's Advent. And I don't even remember, did I have 3 yesterday morning? I think so. And now I have a stack of 9 hexes, plus one that I only just started. And then I decided, no, I'm too tired. I need to go to bed. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna steam block these and I am gonna put them into the blanket today because I don't want to be dealing with a huge stack of hexes. It does take time to add them into the blanket and I want to get it done while it's still manageable. I also want to show you another project. It is something that I don't think I've ever shown it on the podcast. I have been working on it on and off for quite some time, more than a year. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish it now. But before I show it, there's just one thing. Peter, darling, I know that you're watching. I love you for that. Now go away. Are you gone? You turned it off? You're away from everything? Thank you. Because what I want to show you is actually a sweater that I started knitting for Peter. It's more than a year ago. And I never told him that it was going to be for him, because the second that I announced, oh, I'm making a sweater for you, then I start putting pressure on myself to finish it. And I couldn't deal with the pressure. And it's totally on me. It's not on him at all. But yeah, look at this. I have the body, I have one sleeve, and I just need a little bit more on the body. It's maybe an inch, something like that. I'm going to be doing some short rows in the ribbing, because for his body type, he's going to need a lot of short rows to the back of his garment to allow space for the shoulders and his quite long body. But it has this super cozy turtleneck, and it is, yeah, just a plain raglan sweater with the measurements that I know that he loves. I have measured this against the other sweaters that I knit for him, and it should be perfect. But still, what I want to do with it is finish the body, block it, and wrap it. And then come Christmas, he can open his present, he can try it on. If the sleeve is perfect, then I'm gonna add the second sleeve. But if there needs to be some changes to the sleeve, I don't wanna have to rip back 2 sleeves. Especially because this is knit with mohair. And you can kind of see the fabric here. It is so soft, it is so fluffy, it is so beautiful. This fabric it's everything. I wish you could feel it. Try touching it. It is buttery soft. Which sounds kind of nasty, right? Who wants to put butter on their body? But it is knit with yarn from the Danish hand dyer, A Knitter's World. I am holding together one strand, and I'm gonna come up here so that you can see it. One strand of her mink with one strand of her mohair. And it is just these two together. The mink is a very light fingering weight, bordering on a lace weight. I think there's 600 meters to 100 grams. So it's a very fine yarn, but it does fluff up when you block it. And the mohair is a regular thickness mohair, but it has a lot of fluff to it. Huge halo, because the mohair here is made from goats, I guess, that are cut at longer intervals than what many commercial mohairs are. Mohair is not a wool, it is a hair. So if you cut it too often, it will have more of a prickle factor. This is made from goats that are cut at very long intervals, so it is so soft and so nice. And it's a pleasure to work on this. I don't know why I've been keeping it in hibernation for so long. I have picked it up every now and then, worked on it a little bit, and thought, oh, I'm gonna finish this, and just never done it. But today I am gonna finish the body. I am gonna not weave in any ends. I'm just gonna block it, and rabbit for Christmas. So that is what I'm gonna be doing today. Probably I'm not gonna get a lot of crochet done with the finishing of this and attaching all of these hexes. Well, I do wanna crochet up the yarn from today, but other than that, I'm not gonna have time for more because tonight we are gonna go out. So there goes a lot of my knitting time. But yeah, this one, I am really excited to finish it. I will love gifting this to him for Christmas. He is so knit worthy. He loves all of the sweaters that I have made for him, and he wears them all the time, especially his cat number 6. He wears constantly. So, yeah, totally worth the effort. So that's what I will do.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything.
Here is Peter's sweater. I finished knitting the body. I added, as you can see, quite a few short rows. I soaked it, and now it is blocking. And you know what, guys? I think this is gonna fit him perfectly. I have measured it against one of his older sweaters, one that I knit for him for the Christmas of 21. And I find the sweater from 21 just a little bit short on him. He has not complained. He is not a complainer. He is so knit worthy. But I thought it should be just a smidge longer, so I did that for this one, and I think he's gonna love it. If you look up here at the neckline, you can see that it has a compound raglan, just like my CDCO 23 and my Perfect Little Cardigan. They also both have compound raglans, which just means that the raglan is not the same from the beginning to the end. In the beginning, on these sweaters, you only increase on the body, and then later you start increasing on both body and sleeve, and that does give you kind of a saddle shoulder and a really, really nice fit. I am so excited to be wrapping this up for him, and then come Boxing Day, I will knit the other sleeve. On Christmas Day, it's my Christmas Day cast on, but come Boxing Day, I can knit the sleeve for him. Sweater of the day is my cat number 6, the hooded version here. I really like that one. I thought I wouldn't love a hooded sweater, but I do. This one is like the trusted sweatshirt that you can just always chuck over anything you're wearing and be cozy and comfortable. Today I am wearing it with jeans and some Uggs. It's all about the comfort today. So, sweater of the day, cat number 6.
I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish upon that star. The only dream of which my list consists is to always be wherever